Our senior adventure is life together. Our kitchen cabinets were looking terrible. They were over 30 years old and they just looked bad. So Ginger decided to paint them. First she removed the cabinet doors, and then all of the drawer fronts. Sometime later, she began to paint the cabinet frame itself. She used primer, paint, and polyurethane. But there was still a lot of work to do. She tried sanding and scraping each piece by hand, but it took a long time and it was really difficult to get all of the scratches and paint chips off. And so she began to use a heat gun, heating the paint and scraping it forward. This worked really well. It worked so well that she was able to use that technique to clean out all of the details in the doors. When that was finished, she began to sand each piece so that it was smooth and all of the little chips of paint were completely gone. Sage watched as we cleaned up and prepared to paint. Sage wanted to make sure that there was no dust or anything like that could get into the paint once we started. Ginger made painting blocks with small brads and wood. The blocks were made so that she could paint a piece and set it on the nails and have it dry without having it contact a major part of the surface. This worked really well. Each piece dried quickly and was flipped over to be cleaned before painting. I was really nervous about painting, to say the least, so Ginger took over that as well. She gave every piece 2 coats of primer front and back and 2 coats of paint as well. And when she was done with that, she applied 2 coats of polyurethane, basically to make sure that the paint was protected on the cabinet surface and that it would be really easy to clean. Once that was done, she began to put the drawer fronts on with wire brads, holding them temporarily until she was able to screw them into place. We checked all of the painting and found some places that needed to be filled and some places that needed to be resanded and touched up. But for the most part, the paint job looked really, really good. We were really pleased with the way the kitchen cabinets looked and were really happy that Ginger had decided to paint them. This ended another part of our kitchen remodel adventure. If you enjoyed this little adventure, hit the like button and hit the share button so others can enjoy it too. Don't forget to subscribe below if you haven't already, and please love your neighbors as yourself.